Okay, now hopefully the lighting on this second video is a little bit better than the first one. I had to park under a freaking light in our apartment complex for this to work. Okay, so the only difference, this is the second problem I wanted to kind of bring up in the 2009 models, the difference between the 2009 models and the 2010 models. Alright, hopefully my freaking flashlight doesn't do this, alright, but the gear shifter linkage for the 2009s and the 2010s are a little bit different. Now, I don't know if you can see, but the ball bearing right there is in the exact same spot, but it's actually mounted in a different fashion now. I'm going to move my flashlight away from there. It's actually mounted facing up now instead of facing sideways. And the exact opposite is true for the side one as well. This actually creates a very big issue for the gear shifter linkage, because if you notice now, the side of the gear shifter linkage has one fat little thing that's sticking out right there where my flashlight is shining, if you can see it now. And then, you know what that actually bumps into? That bumps into this piece right here, this little side piece right here, and it causes a very, very large issue. I'm going to put on my shifter rod because I don't feel like rubbing my hand against metal. It's already been rubbed so much from Saturday. Give me 1 second. Alright. So, gear shifter changes are doable on this card, but the problem lies here. Alright, clutch in. Alright, if you notice, it actually hits it on first gear. There's first, there's second, there's third, there's fourth, there's fifth, there's sixth. Okay, now this causes an issue because you run into that. You can actually physically hear it actually banging up against it. There is actually grease on the actual unit, as you can see, and on the side of the wall. Now, when you do the gear shifter linkage adjustment, like when Jamie talks about for here, when you pull that pin up and then you pull this back, you can do it. But if you adjust this, if you adjust the shifter linkage to the left, you're not going to be able to shift into first or second gear anymore, because as soon as you try, you're going to run into that wall, and it's game over. Now, you might be wondering, how the hell do you shift into reverse now? Now, Mazda, for some stupid odd reason, decided to be super ingenious and develop a little hole on the bottom of it. So now, you can clutch in, and you push down, and it'll go in the first. It'll go in the reverse, because the little nub will actually now just go under the little bar right there, so it actually is able to shift in the first, or shift in the reverse. And then when you pop it out, it just comes out. I don't know if this is to stop the thing from popping out too abruptly or whatever, but yeah, so it's a big issue. Now, with the extender on for Jamie's short shifter plate, I didn't run any tests without the airbox on, so I can't tell. I have to actually rip it out again and put the extender piece on and see what's up. But this is how it feels, you know, when you do, you know, when it doesn't have the short shifter plate on. You know, it's like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Alright, everything actually is pretty good. The only thing I had to do was I actually had to adjust the shifter linkage to this side about 1 millimeter, and everything worked fine after that. Fifth and sixth were actually a little bit easier to push into now, and everything else wasn't too bad. The only thing is you have to be really, really pieing from third to second, because now there's a little bit more distance between third to second, because we adjusted it that way a little. We adjusted it to that way a little bit. So yeah, that's the way it's got. That's just how it's got to be right now. Now, I don't know if you can put any rubber grommets inside from what Jamie said when he posted earlier, but it would be great. I am getting the Cobb SRI hopefully tomorrow, so we'll see how it works out. In the meantime, this is just for, you know, people who want the short shifter plate but still have the stock airbox. This is definitely a big issue that you're going to have to run into. I had multiple issues with that in particular. First and second gear in particular just doesn't work properly. But yeah, that's just my experiences for now. I'm going to post these up as soon as I get a chance to, so hopefully Jamie can look over them. And I'm going to probably take another video again, but this is just all I can do for right now. Like, weather's kind of spotty here, and I don't have time during the day, so This is all I could do. Sorry, guys.